Hello everybody, this is Milagros from Binah Tarot, and I am going to be doing the tarot scopes for the 12 zodiac signs for the year of 2018. You can check your ascendant and your moon sign since it is just a general reading, and I am going to keep doing the monthly videos in regards to love. Let's begin. Alright, so these are the decks I'm going to be using for this month's readings. These are some of my favorite decks. I really cannot include all of them because it would be just too much. This is one of my two favorite decks ever. My Kingdom Within Tarot deck by Juno, Lucina and Shannon ThornFeather. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. This is my go-to deck for readings for clients. I'm also going to do a review on this one. I am pretty sure that it is not so widely known and many people could benefit from using it. As for Lenormand, for the more practical matters, we have Lenormand, and this is also one of my favorite decks. It's quite a recent one, and I really love it. I have it in two sizes. The author of this deck is Melanie. She's lovely. She has made it so easy for people to connect to the deck because she includes keywords, and it's just amazing to have it also in a small size so that it can fit the whole reading. I'm going to be doing a review on this one too. And then for the more love-oriented questions, we have the Lover's Path Tarot. I do have to mention the author of the Lover's Path Tarot deck, and it's Kris Waldherr. I hope I'm pronouncing it right again. And then we have the Aries deck, which is an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck. It is amazing. It has 78 cards. The imagery, again, might not apply to everybody, but the message is very good. It's also quite accurate, and it's a great deck to give advice. The author is Mary Elizabeth Evans. So I'm going to be using this one to make a wheel of the year. All the months I will pull one card per month in a circle fashion. Then I'm going to pull by trimesters with these two decks. This one to focusing more financial work-related matters. And this one to focusing more, again, by trimesters, to focus into the more emotional side of the reading. Worry not, though, because I will keep uploading my love readings for every month. So if you want more information into the emotional side of the readings, then you can keep watching the monthly ones. This one will just give some general image of how the next year will go. As the Aries deck, I will be pulling one card that will connect to the card of the year, and it will give you an advice, like an advice of what to focus on. Aries, this is your yearly 2018 tarot scope, and please do not get overwhelmed by the amount of decks and cards that you see on the desk. We will begin by the month of January, and we'll go clockwise till December. First of all, we are going to the core cards, which are these ones that are making a circle. These ones will give us some general information on the energy of each one of the months. Then we have Lenormand for practical advice, finances, work, more of a practical approach here in these Lenormand cards. And then we have more, this is by trimesters. And then by trimesters again, we have the cards that are related to love and relationships. Are these four ones that are here, and last but not least the advice card that is from a different deck, and the core card of the whole year. So let's begin. We have the Queen of Cups in the month of January, and the Queen of Cups is, as we can see on the description of the card, Mother, Healer, Avenger. The energy of January for you will be one of nurturing yourself in a way from what has happened last year. The year 2017 has been a little bit challenging for Aries, and during this period of time, you're going to be focusing in trying to find your center again, in trying to find the root again, in trying to go back to the peace, to just hearing your own emotions. Maybe you have been forsaking a little bit of what you need. Maybe you didn't have the time, maybe you had too many responsibilities, too many things going all at once in the previous months, and it has been a little bit difficult to find that time for yourself. I feel that during the month of January you're going to be able to give that time to yourself in order to gather up some energies, in order to feel balanced again, in order to be in tune with your emotions, with what your heart wants, whether it's something that has to do with love, whether it's something that has to do with career. It's a good month to actually hear your heart, hear your intuition, hear your gut, let's say, in regards to what do you want in the rest of the year. It also has to do with the mother card, so it might be that your mother, the presence of your mother or a motherly figure will be present during the month of January in a way of like taking care of you, protecting you, giving you some advice. Throughout the month of February, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is quite interesting. And I say it's quite interesting because we have like a turn of events, let's say. We have, and this is not something that you are choosing precisely. It is something that happens, like the circumstances of life help some things to happen in a certain way, because this is a major arcana card. So whether there will be a change in your job, in your career, in your field of studies, in an emotional matter, but there is some like reshuffling of energies. There are going to be some changes. You have been wanting to make these changes before, but for some circumstances, life was just not being very supportive towards it in the previous months, in the previous year. During the month of February, there are going to be changes. You're going to go through changes, and it's very, very important. Whenever I get this card on a yearly reading, it is very important that you open your mind, that you consider every single side of the situation, because the changes, the things that are happening during this time, during this month of February, are going to have an impact throughout the whole year, throughout the months to come, in a way. So it is very important that you choose wisely during the month of February, because there are going to be changes. There are going to be, the things are going to shift in a way, and it is going to require for you to make some decisions, to choose where do you want to stand. And it's important for you to be informed in a way and to make the right choices for yourself. During the month of March, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles has to do with acquisition, as we see on the card. It has to do with the things that grow with time. You might have been saving up to buy something, to buy a house, to buy a car. It might be the month in which you are finally having enough resources to acquire this property. It can have to do with you trying to save money. Maybe you have not been getting enough money to save. Maybe you're going to get a bonus. Maybe you're going to get a little extra during this month that will make you gather up more resources. But this month of March, in terms of resources, is not bad for Aries. And although this card does not necessarily have to do with finances, it is mostly financial, and it is mostly a material card. If it has to do with love or with other fields, then it has to do with you acquiring something new, some new information. It also has to do with you trying to stick to what you want, to what you need, to what you love. It might be that although the things have shifted for you, you might still be clinging in a way to the past. This is a clinging card as well. So try not to cling on your past. Try to let the things turn for you. Try to let the things run, the energies flow. Try to not get yourself into a vicious cycle that you might have been part of during the previous years, and that was not quite healthy for you. If you are going to acquire something, then let it be experience, let it be resources, let it be wisdom, but not things that do not serve you. In regards to the month of April, we have the Page of Cups. And the description of this card, as we see, is trickster, shifter, and spy. So this is a little bit of a tricky card. It has a lot of meanings to it in this deck, and it can mean an innocent energy, a new love affair, a new opportunity to connect with a lover. It might have to do with you having a new plan. Maybe it doesn't have to do with love. Maybe it has to do with a new job, with a new hobby, something that you really like and you feel passionate about. Just try not to be like naive in a way towards it. Try to watch all the sides. If somebody else is appearing into your life, try to be aware of who this person is and what this person is trying to offer to you. Because what this card says is like things might look a lot better from the outside than they are on the inside, than they are in its essence. So during the month of April, just be aware, like there is a new energy, there is some, it has to do with emotions again, new emotions, a new person might be manifesting into your life, a new, you know, it can be a new friend, it can be a new colleague, somebody new, but just be aware, like this person might not even do it on purpose, but just try not to get deceived in a way during the month of April. There is not, it's not about energy, it is something that can boost you in a good way, it is something that can make you feel well with yourself, it is a new opportunity for you, it will bring some fresh air into your life, but this card also warns you to keep an eye open. In regards to the month of May, we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, as we see on the description, is a counselor, father, protector. So whether it is your father or a fatherly figure playing an important role during the month of May, and this person does not have, I don't feel that the person has bad feelings. It can be yourself as well. Like we saw maturity in feelings internally, maturity in feelings externally. So whether it's going to be you trying to be or to show a more mature image of yourself in regards of emotions externally, maybe you have been a little bit overwhelmed in the previous months, and during this time you are going to try to center yourself and try to give a more reliable picture, trying to be a bit more generous. This also has to do with generosity. It might have to do with somebody else appearing into your life. It might be that you meet this person during the month of April, and during the month of May you might be dating this person. It might be something from your past coming back, but it relates to feelings in a way. Whatever this, whoever this person is, and even if it has to do with a relationship, with work, with friendship, it is something that has some sort of connection to your feelings in a way. So even if it's not a partner, it might be somebody that you consider, you have a good regard towards him or her, because it's a general reading, so it could even be a woman. Now, in regards to the month of June, we have the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is not one of the easiest cards in any deck, actually. We have, and we see it here, is a card of separations. So there is going to be a separation, whether it is a separation from your partner, whether it is a separation from your work, or stepping aside the work, stepping aside a project. It might have to do with you having to separate certain things in your life, maybe to dissect some of the facts, maybe to analyze. This card also has to do with analyzing why the things did not go right. It might have to do with practically opening your heart and cutting or trying to dissect the pieces and to understand the things. It might have to do having to, let's say, or reorganize your life in a way that you are going to manage to fit your emotional side with your career, with your studies. But there is a separation of some sort. There is a lesson. There is an important lesson during this month of June. It's going to be challenging. So better be prepared. As I was saying, if it has to do with emotions, then it has to do with a person that is in a way like coming from your past, and you might eventually just break it there. I'm going to get closer into the emotional part of it. I'm going to explain a bit better when we do the second turn in trimesters. But in this case, if it has to do with work, it might be that you're going to decide to take a step aside from studies, or simply if it doesn't have to do with a specific separation, it might have to do with you just trying to separate the things within yourself, within your head, try to give a specific priority to every single thing, reorganizing your priorities, maybe leaving something behind that it's not going to make you really happy about it, but it seems like it is not permanent, and it seems that it's an energy that will clear out and will be beneficial to you towards the future. So during this month, it might seem a little bit difficult or more difficult than it is, but throughout the next months, it is going to clear out. During the month of July, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant the Hierophant is the priest, practically. So, it's interesting that we get this card during this month. This card might have to do with marriage. So whether you're going to attend a marriage, get married, after some problem has been fixed, trying to reconcile as well. It can have to do with after a period of separation, if there was any misunderstanding in your job or in your personal life. This card might indicate that you have to reconcile in a way. You're part of a bigger picture. This card has to do as well with institutions. It has to do maybe with university, with your company, but it has to do with a big institution, whether it's an institution for studies, whether it is a work institution, whether it is an institution of marriage, but it is trying to reconcile, trying to be logical, trying to be bigger, let's say, in a way, trying to take the high road, to make decisions, to find agreements, whether it's going to be a month focused in paperwork. It might have to be a month in which you're going to attend some sort of counseling. So whether if you're looking into therapy, it might be that you're going to focus your energy on that during this month. During the next month, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So in the month of August, we have the Queen of Pentacles that, as we see in the picture, is Channel Queen Pilgrim. This tells me that because you are going to take a different approach, like you're going to go through some challenging time, during this month you're going to be able to find stability in a way. You're going to change the way you are visualizing the circumstances. If you have been maybe over-emotional during the previous month, during this month you're going to be more practical. You are going to try to set roots into what you want in your life. So if the things have been challenging, let's say for you in studies or in career, during this month you are going to say, okay, right now I need to find some clarity, I need to see what I really have, I need to trust in what I see, I need to trust in the facts. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who trusts the facts and not what she or he is being told. It's a person with a new project in mind, it's a person with a new idea, it's a person that in a way is trying to find some guidance, because as you see, she's following the star. So it might have to do with relocation too, it might have to do with a trip. She's a pilgrim, she's relocating, she's moving in a way, but she's doing it with wisdom. She's not doing it just out of nowhere. So I think that through the experience that you have been gaining in the previous months, during the month of August, there is going to be some movement towards an objective that you have in mind. During the month of September, we have the Three of Wands that has to do with established strength. So we finally get some Wands cards for the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign and has to do with wands. Eventually we get them. We haven't got them. We haven't got them so far. So here we see that you finally get into a stage, into a period in which you want to make long-term futures. So this new vision that has come to you makes you reconsider the things in a way that you want to rebuild your life. You might have been wanting to do this all along or much earlier, but I think that especially during the month of September, it is going to be very strong, your idea to look further, to look for more information, talk to more people, inform yourself better, make a step towards progress. Small step, maybe it's just a planning, it can be just a planning stage because it's a 3. You're building towards a 4, towards some sort of a stability, but especially during this month, you're going to feel inspired, you're going to feel that creativity is flowing, you're going to feel that many plans are flowing, that many new things are in a way opening for you, that you might need to choose between more than one road, but you're going to be inspired in a way, you're going to feel a bit stronger in a way, you're going to look forward to your future. In the month of October, we have the Chariot, which is the car practically. So the previous month, as we said, September is about planning, almost taking that step, but not quite. The next month is actually taking that step. And it does not only depend on you, as we were saying about Major Arcana. Major Arcana speaks about the circumstances. So in this case, the circumstances are going to be positive for you to move forward. The energy is going to be moving forward. It's going to be moving continuously. It's going to be taking you places. So if you have felt that the previous months have been a little bit slow, that life was not really helping you going towards the direction that you were thinking to go to, then this month is going to be a month of movement. So the advice here is until September, if you are trying to plan something, have it all figured out, because October is a month of action. It's a month in which you can actually get the things moving forward. In regards to the month of November, we have the Prince of Cups, which, as we see here, is mystic, innocent, romantic. whether this is yourself or somebody else, but it's a person. As you can see, he has the cup. It's almost in his hand, but he's just visualizing it. This month has to do with visualization. If you have objectives in mind, if you have some goals, some dreams, it is the month in which you're going to get that inspiration in order to go forward, to go after your dreams, go after your goals. It is not going to be very easy if your goals are very high, but it is going to keep you focused. It is going to keep you looking forward to that. If it is a new relationship that you are going towards because it's a Cups card, then it is going to feel new, it is going to feel fresh, it is going to feel encouraging, it's going to provide you with some sort of inspiration. If you have felt, let's say if you have created a job and you have felt short of inspiration, then this is a month in which it comes back. But this month is quite specifically about chasing your objectives, your dreams, and going after them. After you have seen some movement, you're going to feel boosted in a way to keep going towards that direction. In the month of December, we have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups speaks about abundance. It doesn't speak about abundance in the sense of the coins, as we see here, but in the sense of feelings. So whether it is that you have been a little bit closed, a little bit within yourself, you have not shared too much time with friends, with family. The month of December is a month of reunions, social reunions. It's a month in which you will want to share your experiences, share, let's say, with your family, with your friends, go out for drinks. If this has to do with relationships, then it's a month in which you will want to go out with your partner or go out to meet somebody, to put yourself out there. But it is a much lighter month. You end this year with, let's say, a lighter energy than the previous years. You take like a small break, you make like a small celebration, let's say a small pat on the back for a good work, or just maybe a small time, a short period of time to relax and just to start over with new energies for the next year. Now let's go by trimesters. And we have in practical matters, the Rider and the Man of Lenormand, and the Rider has to do with news. It has to do with movement. It might have to do with a man visiting. If you're expecting visits from a man or visiting a man, it might have to do with that too. It might have to do with a message coming from a man, something new, something that comes quickly in regards to this person. If you are looking or you expect to hear news from a new job, from an interview, from loan, from finances, any sort of news coming from a man, are in order during this first trimester of the year. So this is coming for good or for bad. It is coming and it is part of these energies. So it might be that these news that you're receiving are going to shift your situation in a way that you will have to find or to be more practical about. It might have to do news about, it can have to do with money because we see it here. It might have to do with news about money, something new, a new bonus coming, a new raise, a new job opportunity. During this first trimester. During the second trimester, we have we have the Garden and Snake, because I was reading the keywords. We have the Garden and the Snake as a, let's say, warning, saying that within your social circle, within the place that you go out to, within your friends, within the community, in a way, there is somebody, there is some complication, there can be some treachery. There might be somebody twisted, some rivalry. Just watch your back, especially when you're in a social circumstance. Do not trust, especially during this month and with the other cards that we have been seeing. This might have to do with revenge. It might have to do with disloyalty. It might have to do with actually, if during this trimester you are feeling that your partner is not being totally honest to you, then watch for that. I'm not saying that this will happen 100% sure, but it might be even in your work environment. If you feel that there is somebody that is speaking, let's say, some certain bad intentioned things to your boss or to somebody else, then watch for this person, because there is definitely somebody speaking things behind your back. There is definitely somebody seeing you as a rival. There is definitely somebody feeling some sort of envy towards you. and that is the energy of this month. And whatever it is, it seems that it will affect you. So it might not be necessarily a partner, but it is something that is going to affect your plans in a way. So just be very, very, very careful during this second trimester of 2018. In the third trimester, we have the dog and the woman card of Lenormand. This has to do with the absolute opposite of this. Here you have what seems to be a female energy that is going to be loyal towards you. It's going to be a friend, somebody reliable, somebody faithful. The exact opposite than the snake. It is going to be somebody that will want to help you. It might be that you have been through this hard circumstance and then this person is coming in a way to help you gather up your pieces. A person that wants to be there to advise you, to show you that not everybody is unreliable, but there is actually somebody that you can rely in. It might be family, might be friends, might be somebody else, but there is a very, very strong energy during this time of a person that you're going to be able to trust, to open up to him or to her, and that is going to keep your, let's say, secrets safe, and it's going to advise you with a good intention in mind. In the fourth trimester, we have the clover and the moon, and this is a great combination for Lenormand, actually. The moon of Lenormand is quite different than the moon of the tarot. The moon of Lenormand has to do with recognition, with fame. It has to do with reputation, with creativity, with intuition, inspiration. So this is, and the clover has to do with good luck, with something fast, with a gain. It has to do with a circumstance that is good. It makes the whole place, the whole environment, the whole reading have some sort of positive light to it. It might not be very long term, but it is something that is going to be good. If you are in an artistic career, then you're going to have the spotlight for a minute during this third trimester. If you are looking into your job to get that recognition, then you're going to get it. If you are looking to get that bonus, then you're going to get it because of your hard work. There is some sort of recognition, of good luck connected to recognition during this fourth trimester of 2008. Now we go again trimesters, but we go into the emotional matters. And as we can see here, we have, in the terms of emotions, the first trimester, we have the grace card, which is the star. It's the equivalent of the star, actually. So here we see that during this first trimester, there is a period of illusions. A period of, it can relate to social media too, actually. Nowadays, it's quite often. It might have to do with this new message coming to you or decisions, but there is something connected to social media during this time, or there is something connected to an illusion during this time. Whether it is you realizing that you have been in some sort of illusion in regards to this person, and that looking forward you want something more materialized. Or whether it's you regaining your sense of illusion, regaining your will to dream, to hope in a way. It has to do with trying to find that star, trying to find that guide, that answer. During this first trimester, you will want answers, divine answers practically. You will want the life to give you some sort of signal to let you know if you're going the right direction or not. We have on the second trimester transformation card, which is the equivalent of the death card. It is a little bit difficult, but it has its positive side. So because we see these kind of delusion cards, these kind of difficult cards, it might have to do not for every person, doesn't apply to everybody, but it might have to do with emotional delusion. It might have to do with deception of some sort, and need to break free from that and to start over new, need to transform that energy. Some old pain, maybe a person that you're dragging from your past that keeps coming on and on and on, and during this time you will have to cut it in a way. You will have to make a pause, to slice that part of your life in order to keep going. It might have to do with your own approach, but there is a transformation within yourself during this second trimester. There is a need for you to renew the energies. There is a need for you to let new energies come into your life. Whether you are with the same person, whether you have broken up with him or with her, whether it is you're trying to date somebody, you might realize that you haven't chosen maybe the most healthy road for yourself, and you want to take a healthier path. So this is all about transformation, and this is a major arcana, so it tells you that it is a good time, it is a favorable time for you to move forward. In regards of the third trimester in emotional matters, we have the Queen of Coins, and it's the equivalent to the Queen of Pentacles. And the fact that we have a repetition here tells me that this energy is going to go towards more than one aspect of your life. You're going to try to find practicality, even in emotions. You might have got overwhelmed by emotions, or you might have been too focused in emotions or in relationships during the first part of the year. But especially during this second trimester, you're going to try to be practical. So you might have realized that you dedicated too much time to this and now you want to focus on work. Then I see this happening here too. You're going to be more stable, more mature. Like the energy is not going to be all over the place anymore. It's going to be in one place. You're going to hold that control. You are going to feel more safe. You're going to feel more stable. If you want, if you have not been sure about what you want, it might be that you want to start a family. It might be that you want to start actually seeing actions. It might be that the person in your life or the circumstances in your life have not shown you the actions that you want to see with your eyes. So the beginning of the year is about illusion, but here is about action. Here you want action. Here you want manifestation in regards to feelings. The last trimester of the year, we have Justice card. And the Justice card has to be with being fair with yourself, being fair with others. Whether it is that you did not have enough time to dedicate yourself to your emotions, to your emotional life, then you're going to give some space to that. Maybe the person you're with has not had the sufficient time to dedicate to you, and you're going to try to make an agreement with that person so that things are, or sound, or seem, or feel more fair, or whether this person is going to demand a little bit more attention from you. But you're going to just try to you know, the meaning of justice, try to balance out the things. It's a period of balance, which makes a lot of sense having the Queen of Coins under. I think that throughout the year there is an evolution from maybe an energy that can get overwhelmed to an energy that is much more rooted, an energy that is much more stable. In regards to the advice, we have dependency. And dependency is a card that suggests you to trust yourself, trust your instinct, trust your gut in regards to what you want in your life. It also suggests you to stay away from anything that is not healthy for you, any pattern that is not healthy for you, any behavior that is not healthy for you. It suggests you to be yourself. It, as you can see on the picture, is somebody being fed by an apple, and there are many apples already there on the background. But it seems like a poisonous thing because the person is crying. So it is some sort of temporary satisfaction that you sometimes get. It might be that you are trying to see this person, and this person does not really bring you happiness, but some sort of temporary distraction that makes you feel like you can handle the things better than you actually can. If you are thinking to quit a habit like smoking, if you are thinking to quit some unhealthy life pattern, then this is a very good time to do it. It asks you to depend in yourself and not external matters, especially the matters that are not healthy for you. If you feel you want to break free from these patterns and you want to be healthy again, you want to feel fine with yourself again, then this is, again, as I was saying, a good year to focus on that energies. As I was saying in the beginning of the video, this is just a general reading, and if you want to book a private consultation with me, you can always do it through the link that I am going to leave down below of the video, in which you can have access to the different types of readings that I am offering. You can also have access to the Christmas promo reading. It is only $25 to speak about a specific topic, and you can have access to this through the link that I am going to leave down below. This is going to be active till the 31st of December. Besides that, I am really near from reaching the 10,000 subscribers, and I'm really thankful to you all for sharing, liking, subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be shooting a separate video in which I'm going to be explaining the guidelines to participate in the new contest that I am going to be launching when I reach the 10,000 subscribers. So you can subscribe to my channel, you can click on the alerts so that you can receive a notification when the new video is up. And besides that, thank you so very much for liking, for sharing, for the comments, and for all the support that you have shown me since I began shooting the videos. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas, a very happy new year, and I see you next month in the tarot scopes for the month of January in regards to love. Goodbye. Thanks.